back on the 0 Hour. I'm your host, Richard RJ Eskow. About this whole notion of the divided electorate, I was thinking as I was watching TV last week, what would American democracy be like if it were a restaurant? And specifically, if it was a restaurant with two waiters and one waiter only served you liver, one waiter only served you fruitcake. Now, for context, I hate liver. And I don't really care for fruitcake. It's not very nutritious. I just don't like, I don't like it. So those are two foods I don't like. Now, where I'm going with this metaphor is not that I think the Democratic and Republican parties are exactly the same. I'm not saying that at all. Liver, in fact, is much more nutritious than fruitcake. Liver is, if you had to pick one, you should eat the liver for sure. That said, if you're in a restaurant that only serves fruitcake or liver, and you can only have one or the other, the problem isn't you. The problem is the restaurant. It's not the right restaurant. They need a broader menu with the kind of options that people like. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't like liver. Well, a fair number of people don't like fruitcake either. So I don't really feel like blaming the electorate, if they pick the fruitcake, even if I know the fruitcake is 4 days old and rotting from the inside, that, of course, being the Republican Party. But I also, if I say, waiter, gee, I don't like liver, I really don't want eye roll. And I really don't want to hear that liver is the best food for you because it's not very good if I don't eat it. So I guess I've beaten that metaphor to death almost, but I'm not quite done yet because now we have a Democratic president. And to his credit, Joe Biden has in fact offered a more progressive platform than any recent presidential candidate in Democratic history, which, by the way, means I don't want to hear the bait and switch I'm starting to hear, which is all the Democratic leaders were telling us how progressive his platform is. Now that he's won, they've said, well, we elected a centrist, so don't expect much. I don't want that because Joe Biden said, you know what? You don't have to have liver. How would you like a nice, juicy steak? And a lot of Americans said, yeah, I could go for a steak. And now my fear is that the waiter will come out, take the cover off the food, and it's liver again. So the mission before us, and certainly the mission before Joe Biden, but the mission for those of us who want to persuade him is, you better not bring out another plate of liver, pal, because this country is starving and desperate, and it needs a whole bunch of thick, juicy steaks. And that's it for this week's show because I got hungry now and I got to go eat something. So we'll see you next week.